Alrighty, here we go. Breakfast burrito meal prep tutorial. Okay, so first I have 10 eggs in a bowl, just like whole normal eggs or whatever eggs you eat. And then I also have my egg pan, which is like a medium skillet pan because I feel like they cook better in like smaller quantities, or at least the way I like them. Then I have a bigger skillet with some oil in it for my hash browns, and I am just using shredded hash browns, like from Walmart, the cheap stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and whisk these and put these, and I'm gonna put them in like, I'm not gonna put them all in at once. I'm going to cook them in like little groups at a time, and then I'm going to wash this bowl, and I'm gonna put the eggs in this bowl, and then I have another big bowl that I'm gonna put the hash browns in once they're done, and then from there we'll go into like putting our burritos together and everything. Yes, like good thing to know is I really like to season my eggs. Like I don't add milk or anything, and that's up to you. I know my family adds milk and all sorts of things into their eggs, but I don't, because I don't like the added fat. I just like to stick straight to the protein. But I do season them with salt and pepper, and then my favorite seasoning of all time is called Sapi Mama. That's my favorite. But yeah, so I'm just whisking these up here, and I'm gonna turn this burner on to about medium heat. I don't like cooking them on high because I feel like they burn, and I don't like burned eggs. I like light, fluffy, thick eggs, I guess is the way to say it. I'm also gonna turn this back burner on. Since hash browns do take longer to cook, I do turn it on at the same time, especially because I do the eggs in batches. It takes a little bit longer than like just doing some eggs at a time, like just a couple and then being done. Whereas if I do the hash browns at the same time that I'm switching the eggs and like doing them, then they'll be done about right on time, hopefully. I can only hope. All right, also don't mind the boxes behind me and my cat. She's just an attention whore. It's okay. Alrighty. I think those eggs look good. We're just gonna, I like mine really, really, really scrambled. I'm pretty sure the pan is heated up now. Also, instead of doing spinach like I was planning, I decided to change it up and keep like the normal ingredients, or like the same ingredients I did last time. But I'm gonna change the tortilla, and I'm gonna use these garden spinach herb wraps for half of them, because I thought, why not? I don't know how many's in here. There's 6 of them in here. So we'll do 6 of those. Excuse me. Wash my hands one more time. While those pans are heating up. And then I'll show you what cheeses I use and what sauces I use. Sometimes it never really differs, the sauces I use, because I like the same sauces. These are going to be the 3 that I use. Cholula, just like the normal Cholula. I don't know what this could go over there. Oh, it was my Rockstar in my purse. Sriracha. And then this stuff, I grew up on this stuff, so it's one of my favorites, but this is like the green, or like the mild breakfast burritos that I make. This is what's in there, because it's not as hot as the other 2. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pour some of these eggs in here. We're gonna do about half. And then as far as the hash browns go, get off the counter. I'm literally just gonna dump this whole thing in there. Also, sorry that my counter looks like it's like crazy, it's because I'm like meal prepping other meals as well while doing this one. So that's why it looks a little bit crazy in here. Ooh. Love that sizzle noise. Don't judge me, I'm really awkward. I'm just talking to myself over here. And like I said, so the way I cook hash browns, okay, I don't know if this is like how everybody else does it, this is how I was taught. You literally just put an even layer across the whole bottom of the pan, and you literally leave them like that until they start to like turn golden on the bottom, and then you like start flipping them. So those take quite a while. These ones shouldn't take as long because normally I have the hash browns like frozen when I stick them in. But these ones aren't frozen, they've been in the fridge for about 2 days. So yeah, they should be pretty easy. For my hash browns, I'm using my little spatula. I love this one. And then for my eggies, I'm using my big spatula just because the spatula is my best friend when making eggs. So, yep. And I'm going to just sprinkle some salt and some pepper on my hash browns just to make them taste better. Too close to my pepper because it sure as hell wasn't me. Alright. And then a wee bit. I'll slap your mama on there because that's the best seasoning in the world. And put a little bit of this in our eggies. And season with some salt. And pepper. Excuse me, I said salt first, but I was doing pepper. And that should be good. And there's still a little bit left in here, but I honestly probably won't use them. I'll probably just save them until next time. So we'll stick them in the bag and stick them in the freezer. Just keep supplies for next time. Also, I did want to show you the things I have like on my counter. So I really like to use these Reynolds Wrap foil sheets for breakfast burritos because they're super easy and they already come like pre-cut and everything. And then I use like 4 cheese or just like finely shredded Fiesta blend cheese of great value because it's cheap. But yeah, and then I usually use, and then I'm going to use these today. But the normal ones I use are going to be these flour, just like flour tortilla, but they're the burrito. So that's the most important thing, is that it says burrito right there and that they're super soft. Because what happens is, like, if you get really hard ones, you start to, when you heat them up, they become soggy. Whereas these ones, since they're soft to start with, they are pretty easy to heat up and everything. So, I'm gonna stick you back up there. These aren't looking like they're heating up yet, so maybe we'll move them back here. Yeah, we'll do that one. That'll work better. Anyways, so I have the rest of my eggs here. I'm gonna go, I already did 10 eggs like I said. I'm gonna put the rest of these away. I use a lot of eggs because I really like eggs. My ratios are a lot different, but it depends on the person. I like more eggs than I do hash browns. So I don't do as much hash browns as I do eggs. But that's just personal preference. So you just have to like figure that out. You can hear those hash browns popping, which means they're starting to cook. And you can kind of see like on the edges, they're starting to turn a little brown, just like right around the edges, and they look beautiful. So we're just gonna let those cook for a minute, and I'm gonna pick up and just kind of get things ready for when the eggs and hash browns are done, because once the eggs are done, once this batch, I have to do the other half. So I'm just gonna wait for those to cook and let those get golden brown. And yeah. We are going to pop up at a Rockstar because we haven't had one yet this morning. And it is like 10:30, I think, maybe 11. I've been up since like 5:30, so. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, is that coffee? Right. And to be honest, I don't open the tortillas until right before I start to make them. As you can see, there's like some steam coming in. But I do not take them out because they get hard so fast if they don't have like anything in it and they're not like covered and protected. I've learned through the process and times I've done this, they get hard really, really fast. So I would recommend not opening them until right before you're like about to build the burritos. Again, personal preference, up to you. But yeah, we're just chilling. I'm gonna check these hash browns. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, ooh, hear that sizzle. Alright, I think I'm gonna end this one here, and then I will start again once these are done, and then I'll show you what I do from there.